With just 4 ingredients, you can make the perfect pizza dough. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're here for your first time, hello and welcome. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make the best Italian pizza. Stay tuned.
Alright, let's do this.
These are the ingredients: 3/4 cup of warm water, 2 1/4 teaspoon active dry yeast, half tablespoon sugar. Using a whisk, I will mix that together and set it aside for about 7 minutes. The sugar helps to make the yeast work, so after 7 minutes, you want to see the yeast must have worked enough and you see this bubble effect. So let's watch and see what happens after 7 minutes. Here you go. That is what you want to get before you continue with the next ingredients. 2 cups of flour, 3/4 teaspoon salt. Using a whisk, I made sure everything got combined and I poured that over the mixture that had the yeast, the water, and the other half tablespoon of sugar. Now I will be using my dough hook to mix the dough. Just continue to watch as I do this. I first of all started in a low rate of mixing, but as soon as everything started getting combined, I stopped, I scraped the sides, and I increased it to about medium high. Yep, let's continue to do this. Now I added 1 teaspoon water because I noticed the dough was still a little dry. So when I added the 1 teaspoon of water, everything got well combined and the dough looked soft. So I mixed again a little. This is something you can do with your hands. This is actually kneading. The only thing is that it takes a little longer to knead. The standalone mixer together with the dough hook just makes it a lot easier. But after that, I still dusted my surface and I continued to knead. So yeah, you really have to do this so well because you want the dough to be pliable. So yeah, just watch as I do this. So now I took a tablespoon of vegetable oil and I rubbed it around the dish that I was going to put my dough inside to proof. So yeah, there you go. I just did a final kneading and I put the dough in the bowl. I also used some of the oil to spread around the dough because I want to avoid the dough from drying up. So yeah, that's usually what you do to avoid it from drying up. So using a plastic wrap, I covered the dough and I let it proof for 1 hour. So I let it sit for 1 hour in a warm environment. So I put this in my oven. I did preheat my oven for about 100 degrees. When it got a little bit warm, I put it there for an hour. So that is how it looks like after being proofed for an hour. It doubled in size, and let's continue to work on this. I dusted my working area with some flour again, and I punched the dough to take off any air bubbles. And using a rolling pin, I just tried to form something like a circle or something round because pizza most of the time are usually round, so it wasn't going to come out perfect. I also tried to stretch the dough. When you use this method to stretch the dough, it doesn't break. It means your dough is perfect. So you see it did not break. That is how my dough looks like. I don't have a pizza stone, so I will be using a tray covered with a parchment paper. Now I just played around with the edges of the dough to create something like a a border, yep, and to try to make it look round. Then I took a fork and I poked the crust or the dough because I want to make sure it doesn't produce any bubbles. Then using a pizza sauce or a spaghetti sauce, I poured it over, and with mozzarella cheese, I also spread it over on the dough. Just watch as I do this, it's quite easy. If you have watched to this point, I am so grateful. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Why now? Do you want me to cry? Oh no. Let me just continue to do God's work. So at this point in time, I had cut my ham into small pieces as well as my bacon. These are the toppings I used. You can as well use any toppings of your choice. My kids are not very much the veggie people, like for instance, the bell peppers and all that. So I didn't want to go towards that direction because this was for them. So I wanted them to enjoy it. So yeah, continue to watch as I do this. At this point also, I use vegetable oil to just play around with it on the crust. Again, this is just so that it doesn't dry out. This is Italian pizza, for crying out loud. So it has to look perfect and it will come out perfect. You just need to follow the rules, just need to follow the regulations, and you're going to get it right. So yeah, to all my returning subscribers, thank you so much. And for all those that are here, please hit the like button. Hit that like button. Now I will be baking this pizza for about 20 to 30 minutes. I preheat my oven to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is the pizza baking right there. That is my oven. If you can see, I started baking at 309 and at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So this was the pizza after baking for about 20 minutes. I wanted the crust to be more brown. So this is it, all done and ready to dive in. It tasted so good, like amazingly good. My kids loved it and they enjoyed it. See, it's ready inside. And for you to know if the crust is ready, when you move it around, it doesn't stick to the tray. So yeah, if you missed watching last week's video, please check the link above to watch. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, life can get bitter. Eat pizza to make it sweet. Bye.